This week isn't just big, it's game-changing. General Hospital.
In the ever-changing world of General Hospital, friendships are rarely simple. Alliances form, break, and rebuild again in dramatic fashion. Few relationships illustrate that emotional roller coaster better than the decades-long bond between Maxie Jones and Lulu Spencer. Through betrayals, secrets, and heartfelt reconciliations, these two women have proven time and again that their connection is stronger than almost anything Port Charles can throw at them. For fans who have followed their journey over the years, the friendship between Maxie Jones, played by Kirsten Storms, and Lulu Spencer, played by Alexa Havins Bruening, has always been complicated. At times they seem inseparable, laughing, confiding, and supporting each other like sisters. But at other moments, they clash with an intensity that leaves the entire town of Port Charles stunned. Now, the latest chapter in their complicated story is unfolding in a way that has fans talking once again. After months of uncertainty and fear, Maxie has finally awakened from her coma. The moment was one many residents of Port Charles had been waiting for. Friends gathered, emotions ran high, and for a moment it seemed like everything might finally fall back into place. Naturally, many assumed Maxie and Lulu would quickly slip back into their familiar rhythm. After all, they've survived worse. Their friendship has weathered lies, misunderstandings, and even life-threatening events. But Port Charles rarely offers peaceful reunions. The shocking twist came when Lulu revealed something she herself had been struggling to accept. She had developed feelings for Maxie's husband, Nathan West, played by Ryan Pavey. The confession landed like a thunderbolt. Even though Maxie ultimately chose to move forward with Damian Spinelli, played by Bradford Anderson, the emotional betrayal still cut deep. For Maxie, hearing that her best friend had fallen for the man she once loved and still shared history with was almost too much to process. And just like that, the fragile peace between the two women was shattered yet again. Ironically, this kind of explosive conflict is exactly what makes their relationship feel so authentic. When Alexa Havins Bruening stepped into the role of Lulu, she was aware that the character had already built a long and complicated history with Maxie. In fact, some of the most dramatic clashes between the two happened before Havins Bruening joined the show. At first, she worried that Lulu stirring up fresh drama might undo the fragile truce she had built with the residents of Port Charles, especially after the chaos surrounding the revelation of Gio Palmieri's true parentage the previous year. But Kirsten Storms quickly reassured her. Storms reminded her that conflict isn't just part of Maxie and Lulu's history, it's practically the foundation of their bond. Over the years, Maxie has been responsible for some of the most shocking betrayals Lulu ever faced. One of the most infamous moments involved Lulu's brother, Lucky Spencer. At the time, Lucky was struggling with addiction, and Maxie's actions helped pull him deeper into that dangerous spiral. As if that wasn't damaging enough, Maxie later faked a pregnancy and even a miscarriage in an effort to keep Lucky tied to her. It was a deception that deeply wounded Lulu and fractured their already fragile friendship. Yet somehow, they eventually found their way back to each other. Another unforgettable chapter in their turbulent relationship revolved around Lulu's dream of becoming a mother with Dante to serve as a surrogate for the couple, an act that seemed incredibly generous at the time. But the situation took a heartbreaking turn when Maxie secretly carried her own child to term instead. For a time, Lulu believed the baby, later known as Georgie, was hers. The truth, when it came out, devastated everyone involved and nearly destroyed what remained of their friendship. Even behind the scenes, the intensity of Maxie and Lulu's rivalry became legendary. Storms once shared a story about filming a scene where the tension between the characters was so strong that a line of tape was placed down the middle of the room. The actresses performed their scenes on opposite sides, refusing to cross the line, an image that perfectly captured the emotional divide between the characters at the time. But what makes Maxie and Lulu unique isn't just their ability to fight, it's their ability to forgive. Time and again, these two women manage to find their way back to each other. Their arguments can be fierce, their words sometimes cutting, but beneath all that anger lies a bond that refuses to break. In many ways, their relationship mirrors that of real sisters. They know exactly how to hurt each other, but they also understand each other better than anyone else. Of course, Lulu hasn't been innocent in all of this either. Her role in the chain of events that led to Nathan's supposed death remains one of the darkest moments in their shared history. Even though Nathan later returned under shocking circumstances, the pain Maxie experienced during that time left deep scars. Then there was the battle over baby Connie, who would eventually be known as Georgie. Custody disputes, emotional confrontations, and painful accusations filled that storyline, pushing Maxie and Lulu further apart than ever before. Yet even then, reconciliation eventually came. Because that's the pattern their relationship always follows. They clash, they break, and somehow they rebuild. Now, with Lulu's confession about Nathan threatening to reignite old wounds, the future of their friendship once again hangs in the balance. Will Maxie be able to forgive Lulu for developing feelings for the man she once called her husband? Or will this latest betrayal finally push their friendship past the point of no return? For longtime viewers of General Hospital, the answer may already feel familiar. If history has taught us anything, it's that Maxie and Lulu's connection is far too strong to disappear forever. Their friendship has endured lies, heartbreak, and betrayals that would have destroyed many other relationships. And yet, they always manage to find their way back. Perhaps that's why fans remain so invested in their story. Because beneath all the drama, the shouting matches, and the shocking twists lies something deeply relatable, a messy, imperfect friendship that refuses to give up. As the newest chapter unfolds in Port Charles, viewers are once again watching closely, wondering how this emotional storm will play out. Will Lulu and Maxie eventually reconcile? Or will this latest conflict leave their bond permanently shattered? One thing is certain. In the world of General Hospital, nothing is ever simple, especially when it comes to the unforgettable friendship between Maxie Jones and Lulu Spencer. And for fans who have followed their journey from the very beginning, that complicated love-hate dynamic is exactly what makes their story so compelling. After all, sometimes the strongest friendships are the ones that survive the fiercest battles.